All right, welcome back. This is live. I did the intro.
Yo.
No.
Yeah, I'm the captain.
I'll include all of that.
Thank you.
They'll know
That's-
exactly
yeah.
what just happened.
Yeah, welcome back to the podcast. I'm Connor.
I'm Levi.
Where does the
I'm Riley.
Where does the thingy pop up?
Yours
like
is yeah. Levi's got it.
Mine's like
Oh, let's
here.
take a little time
There's-
to reflect on our names because every time your name pops up, I have to cut immediately to us because we start our names like right after you.
Sure.
So your name pops up for like a second.
That's fine.
So go ahead,
Connor.
It's right there.
check it out.
You guys getting this?
You're gonna put it like right there, right? On the thing. Okay. I'm Levi.
And I'm Riley. It'll be.
That's my name. This is really awkward for the audio listeners.
Get your hand off the mic, Levi.
Why?
You're just manhandling it for
Yeah.
no reason. Don't do that.
Why?
Because people can hear it.
No, they can't.
Yes, they can.
They can't hear this right now.
Because you're not moving at all.
I'm not.
As soon as you take your hand off of it, it's gonna go somewhere else.
I don't think so.
Oh my god.
Let's find out. Take your hand off real quick. Oh,
Yeah,
I heard
what?
it.
Everyone heard
No,
that.
not if I did it
These
silently.
are extremely sensitive mics.
Hold on. Let me try again.
Oh my god.
They're actually not that sensitive. They're just gained a lot higher than the other ones.
Yeah, compared to the other ones, I mean, they pick up.
They're
Whoa.
just gained a lot higher than the other ones.
Yeah.
They've got a really tight hypercardioid pattern.
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get a load of
So
that.
don't touch them, Levi.
When I work out, I have a good hypercardioid pattern.
That's really close.
Thanks. I
But
appreciate
not
that.
really. Just cardioid means heart.
Is that what that means?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. I don't do biology or anything like that.
Like cardiovascular.
That
like,
makes sense.
Like
Cardio.
Cardi B. Heart B.
Cardiovascular bronchitis is her full name.
Is it?
Yeah.
For real.
Her real name is actually weird. It's like Belcalis.
Yeah.
That's true.
Belcalis?
Yeah, no, I knew it was something.
It's like
I don't want to say it's weird.
She's like a Bible character?
Yeah,
Belcalis?
something like that. It's like Belcarus and a
Do I need to look
Condagrus.
it up?
Or
Are
something.
you about to summon a demon by saying that?
I don't know. People have made the joke where it's like when I said Cardi B's full name, my furniture started floating.
Oh, wow. So I'm not the first.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
That was not
Dang
original. Do you guys know she's in the new Fast and Furious?
Is
No.
Yeah, she's
she? We
like,
have to see that.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. It's
No.
Belcalis Marlinus Almanzar.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does sound
Like a
really-
spell.
What's her? How are you gonna go? What are you gonna go by? And if you're not Cardi B, like when she was a kid, did she go like by Belle?
Could yeah.
Hmm.
That would make sense.
Yeah, that's
That's a pretty hard
I'm-
name to bully.
no, it's not. You just say it.
Well,
The name itself is an insult.
Yeah,
there's nothing clever you could say about it though. Like
you don't have
you know,
to. It's, oh, there goes
Stinky Belcalis.
No, it's just there goes Belcalis Marlinus Almanzar.
I guess no bullying is unique. Like Stinky Mike. I don't know if that's a
not.
real.
That's
I just made that up.
That's a fun name.
Stinky
Yeah.
I
Mike.
want to be called Stinky Mike.
That's like your prison name.
yeah.
Yeah.
Put that on his pop tab. Put Stinky
No, like
Mike.
no. If my name was Mike, maybe
Yeah.
I can't be called Stinky Mike now.
You
It's
can't
too
be
late.
and Stinky Connor doesn't have the same ring.
No, Stinky Mike is just too like. It's 3 syllables. It's nice.
Stinky Mike.
Stinky
Nice,
Mike.
Yeah. You Riley pointed at the microphone.
Yeah.
As in reference to
Specifically Levi's.
Yes.
Yes, because I'm very stinky and I smell bad.
Yeah. There we go.
Got him. Let's go. This is the best day of my life.
Speaking of being stinky and smelling bad, Riley, would you like to introduce us to our topic today?
I would love to. Hey Connor, have you ever and Levi, I guess you're here
No.
too.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever thought, man, owning a pawn shop in Las Vegas might be intricate and kind of quirky
I
sometimes?
wouldn't say intricate. I would say like wild.
And having to deal with certain people that are in Vegas trying to pawn things
Yes.
or sell.
I didn't realize it was in Vegas. I know what we're talking about.
It is.
This is not a new thing to me.
Hmm.
For the listeners, it is. I mean, you might want to reveal it now.
Oh, we're talking about
Yeah.
Pawn Stars. There's just so many like little details that add up to making it so weird. I feel like that's with every reality TV show,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
There's just so many little weird details about each cast member that just. And there's one really big one in here
Oh God.
that I don't know if you guys have heard about.
I don't. Probably
Oh.
not. I
Okay.
don't. I know what like one of them is dead now. One of the pawns.
the old
Yeah.
one.
What is it like? Big Hoss or something?
No, that's Corey. I did lots of research. That's Corey Harrison.
Oh.
That it's his father, Rick
Yes.
Harrison's
Where-
father.
and
that
he owns
died.
the pawn shop.
Rick Harrison is
Yes.
the pawn shop owner, and he doesn't know what's gonna walk through that door.
Yeah, famous.
He never
famous
knows.
Thing.
So for full reference, before we start, I have never seen Pawn Stars.
Really?
So this should be really
Like, not even a
interesting for
clip?
me. I think I've seen like
Yeah.
clips of it, but I've never seen like a full episode or know any of the guys.
But like you have a good idea of what the show is entirely about and everything.
yeah, people bring in stuff, and he's like, "This is the price," and it's not like really the good price, you know.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's
Yeah.
the best I can do.
Yeah.
Best I can do is like
Yeah.
$5 for this diamond.
Yeah, let me call up a friend who's an expert in intricate Fabergé eggs.
Yeah, exactly. In all of the videos and articles I read through, watched and read through, I had to listen to Rick Harrison's laugh a lot. He's got such a unique laugh.
What's it sound
Yeah.
like?
It's really wheezy. It's like
Yeah, I bet he's a smoker. You gotta
might
be.
Smokes
He
a
could
pack
be.
a day.
And, yeah, Pawn Star in Vegas. Like, yeah, it's a stressful job.
I bet not He smokes cigars.
oh yeah.
If I had to imagine.
sure.
He's in Vegas.
But like he inhales the cigar.
Yeah. No, he's like.
Yeah. He lets it get
And it's
into
all
his
there.
lungs.
Yeah.
That's Rick
Yeah,
Harrison.
I love that guy. I'm
Doesn't
I'm
even
ready.
cough.
I hope
like
you
a
don't
bit.
reveal anything bad about him.
Actually, not much about Rick Harrison.
Good.
That's good.
It's all about one specific.
Is it
well,
about-
most of it's about one.
Is it
specific.
about Big Hoss?
It is not.
Okay, because I think I read something about him. I don't remember what it was, so I hope you just have it.
I don't have anything about Big Hoss in here, but I definitely have one story that I want to tell.
Okay.
Apparently, that he, or actually a couple.
Okay.
Very interesting.
So
Hit us with it.
Riley's got a whole 2, 3.
It's like 1.5 pages.
1.5 pages of paper there with stuff typed out on it. He went in on this.
You're a big fan. I'll reference it now. You're a big fan of the last podcast on the
Yeah.
left. I absolutely took inspiration
Yeah.
from that. I'm just gonna read a paragraph, then we're gonna joke about it probably for a little bit.
Oh, this will be funny.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah.
Hopefully, this first one might not be funny. This is more just like a synopsis of what the show
Yes.
is.
We don't know.
The show Pawn Stars depicts the day-to-day life of owning and running a pawn shop in Las Vegas, Nevada, and they are actually right on the Vegas Strip, which I didn't know. They're
Huh.
like right there. The show starred four pawnbrokers: Rick Harrison, Corey Harrison, who is Rick Harrison's son, Austin Chumlee Russell, whose nickname came from his friend's dad that said he looked like the walrus from Tennessee Tuxedo.
Wait, his nickname is Chumley? That's not like his middle name?
His actual name is Austin Russell.
Oh.
But his nickname is Chumlee, which came from his friend's dad, who said he looked like a walrus from the
Yes.
show Tennessee Tuxedo, whose name is Chumlee.
Yeah, well, I knew that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Totally.
And then, I put that. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. And Richard Harrison. So Richard Harrison was the guy that passed away.
Yes.
Who is the father of Rick Harrison, and Corey Harrison is his grandson.
He had a funny nickname, right?
He was the old man.
The old, yeah. Yeah, because the intro, it's like, I'm Rick Harrison, and I work at a pawn shop with my son. What's his, is Big Hoss?
Big Hoss is
Okay,
Corey.
okay,
Yeah.
Big Hoss and the old man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
and Chumlee.
Living the dream.
I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Do we learn how he dies, or
It's a mystery.
I don't know if they've ever said how he died. It was probably old age.
Yeah,
It was something related to old age.
or cocaine? One of the two.
Yeah, that
Probably.
could be.
If I had to imagine how he went
And
out.
so this was on what, History Channel?
This was on History Channel
Okay.
because they depicted items that were old,
yeah,
I guess.
no, yeah, I get it.
And then they also have Ice Road Truckers.
Yeah, and American Pickers, which is like, I watched that one.
Which
I did
one's
too.
Duck Dynasty on?
A&E.
That's A&E.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Or is it? Yeah,
It would fit right in on the History
Yeah,
Channel.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
we had to make sure it's like it's not A&E or TLC or History Channel,
I'm
because
pretty
those
sure-
are like
Yeah.
those are the, I guess, the reality TV channels that
Right.
you need to differentiate.
TLC especially. Like,
Yes,
I-
I hate TLC
it's
programming.
not
The Learning Channel, right?
Yeah,
What
no,
are you learning
Tables,
about?
ladders, and chairs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
So I'll continue with this
Please.
first paragraph.
Tender love and care.
From 50-year-old waffle irons to Maurice Sendak's sketches worth upward of $250,000, this show was able to show off incredibly interesting items from around the world and throughout history.
And Maurice Sendak, he's the artist, right? I think
He is an artist.
Okay.
Yeah. So these were like original sketches or
Okay.
something. And they're
Okay.
worth a lot of money. But as we know today, not all was as it seemed. The items brought in were vetted before they make an appearance on the show so that they can be properly appraised and an interaction between the buyer and the seller can be written. This is to say that Pawn Stars as a whole was scripted. Even more, however, was that due to Nevada privacy laws and due to the amount of fans and traffic, the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop, which is the name of the pawn shop,
It's not Pawn Stars.
It is not. After that, they received after the success of the show, they were forced to create a 1-to-1 replica of the entire store to use as a set to continue filming the show without interruption from fans.
Wow.
So I think the first season, maybe the first 2 seasons, are actually in the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop, but everything after that, including up to today, because the show is still running.
Oh my God, it is.
Yeah.
Even after the old man died.
Even after the old man died.
I wouldn't want to watch it. I love the old man. He's the expert on all the items.
He's the one that's like, Chumlee, you're being stupid.
Yeah, that's funny.
Then he punches him.
Yes.
So the show was written and scripted. Although the items were real, it is a real pawn shop.
Well, not the one that we see.
Well, yeah, except if you're watching like the first season, I guess. Yeah, it's just not. It's a little TV magic.
That's how all those shows are.
Mm-hmm.
Like Storage Wars. That was the one I watched. And it's
Yeah.
You just put them in there. That one's so easy to fake
yes,
too.
Yeah. The biggest expense is a padlock for every every one that you have to cut open.
You want to know what I found out about TV recently?
I don't know. I can't think of anything funny, so go ahead.
Okay, cool.
I was gonna say like that they film it and like put it on TV.
Oh wow.
Do they do that?
They do actually.
No way.
Are you gonna fist bump me, or am I just gonna keep it here?
You just keep it there.
Okay, cool.
I also recently found out something about. Never mind.
Oh. They play some channels. They play like all of the programs at 1.1 times speed of it in reality, so that they could fit more ads in there.
Really?
And that was crazy to me. It's like, what?
I guess it
1.1 speed? Yeah, it doesn't affect.
wouldn't be
much.
very noticeable.
Right.
Yeah.
That just shocked me.
Wow.
I keep it here.
You get one more Charmin ad in there though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See those bears all happy.
I love it.
Wiping their
rubbing
butts
their
with their
booties.
toilet paper.
I mean, it is really nice to see a family that has found their calling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking about like any reality show or like specifically this one?
I'm talking about the Charmin.
Yeah,
bears.
the Charmin bear.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, no, they really like
They should-
wiping their butt.
They should have a spin-off reality show of the Charmin Bears.
That'd be good. That'd be funny.
I would watch it.
Yeah, it's like the bloopers at the end of Pixar movies. Like, you know how
Yes.
that's hilarious. Like, they didn't need to animate Woody saying that. No, but
oh my
yeah, I want an office style show about the Charmin bears,
Yeah.
and like half of it could just be like a picture of a door. And it's like just a voiceover, like, "Oh, I'm in the bathroom wiping my butt. You know me, mom." And it's like that's the dialogue.
Every episode is someone just wiping their butt.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what they do.
That's all we know about them.
Mhm.
And do they all have like preferred toilet paper strengths and softnesses and stuff?
Probably.
And you get to know quirky ones like, oh, that's the guy that likes soft 3-ply.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a guy. What a guy.
Do they have jobs, you think? Those bears? Or they just wipe their butt every day?
Their job is like
Yeah, they're the Charmin bears.
advertising for toilet paper.
Gotcha. Like
Yeah.
Shaq.
Yes.
Shaq's job is just
Shaq has so
advertising
many
Gold Bond.
jobs.
We've talked about that.
Yeah.
Oh no. We said the word.
No. Keep going.
That was a season 1 thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Season 2.
So I'm going to get into some of the more interesting stuff and some of their business ventures afterwards. So next to the real gold and silver pawn shop, Rick Harrison used the money and fame he got from the show to open a tourist attraction of sorts. A Pawn Star-themed shopping mall made out of recycled shipping containers, which includes a fully featured bar that Rick Harrison himself plans to sit in on and occasionally bartend.
He plans?
I think he has now.
Okay,
but
so that's like old information.
I guess so, yeah. I didn't copy and paste, but I was like... I was closely paraphrasing.
It's been open for like 5 years, and Rick Harrison. Hey guys, I'm gonna be there. I plan to sit in one day and just like visit. So
it opened in 2019, I believe.
Wow.
So it's only been open for a couple years, and of course
and
it
it
had
got
to
hit
it had
right
to
in
be
the
shut down
face.
pretty early on.
That blows.
The place that he plans. The whole place itself is called Rick Harrison's Pawn Plaza, which includes multiple restaurants, bars, an exotic car rental, and Chumlee's own candy store.
Not open to the public.
Not anymore. He really opened an entire candy store just for that. And that was like his own business venture. So he rents from Rick Harrison's like shopping mall or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he just has a candy store. And there's a couple of pictures
for
of it.
himself, right?
He just
believe
eats it
so.
all.
Like he does not sell that candy. It's just
Yeah.
like he uses it to get the
bulk
the
discounts.
bulk shipments.
What do you think Chumley's preferred brand of gum is?
Hubba Bubba.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Hubba Bubba. It has to be.
Yeah.
Or Double Bubble.
Hubba Bubba.
Hubba Bubba.
I gotta
It fits the Chumlee brand, doesn't it?
Yes.
look up a picture of him. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Please
me
go
too.
ahead.
I need some reference here.
I'll go ahead and continue while you do that.
Yes.
Tenants that run businesses in his shopping center have complained in the past about not having the foot traffic that Harrison had promised when they moved in. It's estimated that Harrison had spent between $50,000 and $70,000 advertising the shopping center when it first opened.
Wow.
But I had never heard of it.
Well, I mean, it's like a Vegas thing.
It's right, yeah, it's on the Vegas Strip.
Yeah.
Huh.
But
Wow.
it has basically no business. And there's videos of I watched a video of a guy walking around inside the shopping center. There's no one there.
So like, there's an
Wow.
inside of it.
It's like an outdoor mall, so it's like multiple tiers.
Yeah.
The shops are like you walk into the shop.
Yeah.
But
like
every-
it's shipping containers.
right.
On the Vegas Strip, I'm not gonna go.
Well, it doesn't look like shipping
Okay.
containers.
Okay, because I
It's-
imagine it's just like 4 shipping containers. And
No,
it's
no,
like
no.
Rick Harrison outside.
It's like 2 stories. It's painted all bright colors or something.
Wow.
Okay.
I'll show you a picture, or if you want to look up.
I
a
guess
picture.
I could. What is
Yeah.
it called?
It's called
The
Rick
Chumlee
Harrison's
Plaza.
Pawn Plaza.
Rick Harrison's
good.
Pawn Plaza.
And then
Wow.
there was a couple of people on the show that I didn't know were on there. Steve Carell apparently made a guest appearance.
Steve
Wow.
who?
Steve Carell.
Oh, Carell.
Yep.
Gotcha.
What? Carol?
No, I thought he said Corel.
Oh yeah.
And-
Yeah.
no,
The
I-
evil brother of
Evil-
Steve Carell.
Yes,
I
with
wrote-
the eye patch.
I wrote down
Yeah.
a couple of notes about the interaction that I watched. I said, Steve Carell's kind of funny, but the Harrisons are kind of awkward in comparison.
Hey, that's not what the pawn business is about. It's not about being personal.
I guess not. It's probably about the exact opposite. It's being able to distance yourself from your
Yeah.
customers and stuff.
Right.
So the Pawn Plaza does look really nice, and Rick
Yeah.
Harrison looks huge in this picture.
Oh my
You have
god.
to pull it up.
Absolute giant.
Yeah, I'll
Save that and send it to
Yeah,
us.
he built it from the ground up by himself, just like Lego bricks. Just,
yeah, it kind of does remind me of Lego.
Yeah.
The colors are very on brand for that.
wow.
Huh.
Good for him.
They should open a Lego store in there.
I would
That'd
go
get
if there was
some
a Lego
traction.
store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who wants to visit Chumlee's candy shop when he could go Lego store?
True. I don't
Get
know
some
if,
hubber
but-
bubber.
I mean, if Chumlee was there, I'd visit. Like, hey, Chumlee, give me some candy.
Hey.
He'd be like, "What's up?"
Hey, Chumlee, give me some candy. One of my favorite interactions was when Chumlee met Stanley.
No way.
Because Stanley validated his own autograph on a piece of memorabilia. That Chumlee
Oh.
called in Stanley, so they've met.
This is like season 5, probably.
This was earlier, for obviously.
It was earlier.
Wait.
Like, it wasn't season 1 and 2 when it was
Well,
not scripted,
I'm saying it's
right?
not like it's not a recent episode.
yeah.
Well, yeah, because he's
Stanley has unfortunately passed.
Yeah.
yes. Rest in peace. Shouts out.
Glad you got that out.
Rip.
Yep.
Pour one out.
And then one other business venture that I'd like to
Yes.
talk about is actually this is another one of Chumlee's because he's got the candy store.
Yeah.
He is a business driven man, which
Good for him.
is very surprising to me.
Entrepreneur.
He created a merchandise brand that exclusively sells merchandise with his own face on it or in some way Chumlee themed. He did this obviously for profit because of the fame that he got, but unfortunately, he found that this business was a little bit too much to handle on his own because it was too successful.
Was it really?
Yes.
Really?
Wow. I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
So
I was about
because
to wonder where to buy it. Yeah.
because of I'll tell you.
Oh, awesome.
So because of all of this business that he was getting in, he decided he needs a business partner, right? And if you're Chumlee, who do you look for a business partner?
Probably
Rick.
Big Hoss.
Bingo on the Rick.
Rick.
He sold half of his merch company to Rick Harrison for over $150,000.
Wow.
I feel like Rick made him do it. I feel like Rick
It could- it
hypnotized
could have been.
Chumlee.
I don't think so though.
I don't know. I feel like Rick is like all in it for Chumlee's money. He knows Chumlee is where the money's at, and Rick is just the puppet guy.
Go ahead.
All he needs is a pack of Hubba Bubba,
Yeah.
and then Chumlee's instantly like, "Oh, all right, well,
Oh, hey, Chumlee, I'll trade you this pack of Hubba Bubba for half of your business.
okay, Hubba Bubba." Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You gotta love. I just saw a picture of Chumlee.
Yeah,
You gotta love that guy. I don't know.
I have to.
I gotta. Yeah.
And that's
The picture I saw, he had a bucket hat on. Someone put this on.
Oh,
and-
put your bucket hat on.
Yes.
yeah. Okay.
That fits.
I'm the Chumlee of this podcast.
I don't even remember what I was gonna say.
Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, no. His infectious advertising, which is just him because he's the brand.
Yes.
That is what's happening now. That's why people bought his merch so much.
What infectious advertising?
Like the fact that we're like, oh, I love Chumlee. The
Oh,
fact that he
okay.
immediately becomes a
Okay.
fan favorite, no matter who you are.
Yeah.
That's why his merchandise business just took off immediately.
So
That makes
so
sense.
can you buy it at like Walmart probably?
I will tell you.
Yeah. Okay.
The merchandise is now on display and for sale at the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop.
Just the gold and silver
I
pawn
believe
shop?
you can buy it online too.
Okay.
Okay.
But it's in the
goodness.
store because Rick Harrison is a business partner. He wants it to
Yes.
succeed, so he shows off the merch too.
Wow. Good for Rick Harrison.
And that pawn shop is like constantly packed now. Obviously,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's just it is crazy to watch some videos of like before they switched to the set when they were still trying to film in there. There's like crowds of people like ready to interrupt the film. It's
yeah.
it's crazy.
That sort of like I think I was in Nashville a few years ago, and like my family, we just watched American Pickers, and like they have a shop there, and like when you go in there waiting to buy some, like, oh, I saw an episode where this guy bought this thing that I wanted. I'm gonna find it there, and like everything was like in their personal collection. Like they were showing off the coolest stuff.
Oh.
It's like not for sale.
Gotcha.
This is a museum,
So
basically.
you've been there?
Yeah, and that's not the original one. Like their main base of operations is like in Iowa, I think.
Really?
Yeah, so it was just like a pop-up shop to sell, like, it was like the Rick Harrison Mall, where you can just buy Pawn Stars or American Pickers merch.
That's really weird.
Yeah, it was lame.
Members, this is gonna get dark.
No.
Well, kind of.
The darkest
Not really.
detail.
Not yet. No, this is not the darkest detail.
No.
Members of the Pawn Stars cast have allegedly assaulted some of their customers.
No.
Let's go.
It's the old man. I know it.
It wasn't.
Was it Chumley?
I'll tell you. This is not who's doing it, but I'm about to introduce a guy.
Yes.
A man by the name of Daniel Callahan entered the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop.
He deserves to be assaulted.
You think so?
Yes, I think with a name like Daniel Callahan, not because of the name, but because of the personality that comes with.
He's a Vietnam veteran.
Hey, no. Okay, I didn't
For
know.
me, makes it worse.
Yes, I
The
think
name was all I needed.
he seems like a crotchety old man.
Okay.
I bet he has a cane and a 10-gallon hat.
Yes, and I
I'm
bet-
Daniel Callahan.
I bet Chumley beat Daniel Callahan with his own cane.
As soon as he walks in, he just boom.
Yeah.
I think Chumley got on the top of the little glass table where
Yeah.
they show everything.
You're not supposed to stand on that.
Mm-mm.
I know.
You're not
Does
even supposed-
Chumley
you-
care?
You're not even supposed to touch it, bro.
Does Chumley care?
No, not even.
He's
a little
Chumley.
bit.
He
He's got
put
the
on-
hubba bubba in.
He adjusted his bucket hat. He got on this big glass thing and he's like, Daniel! And he jumps off.
Yes.
He lunges at him and just belly flops.
Wow.
And just
Like
absolutely
on him or
takes-
just
on
next
him?
to him?
On him. He has plants.
Daniel.
It's an intimidation tactic.
Yeah, I would be
Yes.
intimidated if
Yeah.
Chumley belly flopped
I would
next to
leave
me.
the store.
And I was
probably.
old and rackety, richety.
Rackety.
Crotchety.
Yes.
Yeah, crotchety, rickety, rockety.
Crotch rockety. Yeah. So
Yeah.
continue. What's this man do?
Okay. So, a man by the name Daniel Callahan entered the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop with a
Nobody.
Vietnam-era rifle. But apparently, while the deal was happening, he wasn't quite getting the value he wanted out of that item, and he quickly became irate.
And he's got a rifle.
He does. It's not loaded, and it's Vietnam. He doesn't want to like ruin it or anything. This caused the members of the Pawn Stars, specifically Corey Harrison, to
big
remove
loss.
him, to forcibly remove him from the premises. But Callahan alleges that the amount of force was unjustified, which included a chokehold that carried him to the door
Jesus.
before being thrown out onto the Las Vegas Strip,
Wow.
also
wow.
breaking the rifle.
Oh.
Oh.
And I'm not buying that if I'm Rick Harrison. Sorry, man, this rifle's broken.
Corey like chucks him out, breaks the rifle. Rick is like, I'm not buying that.
But that's a good tactic if you're a pawn shop owner. Just like break the item. Sorry, this item's broken. I can only buy it for probably half price, and I'm the only one that's gonna give you any offer for it.
But then what do you do with it after? You have to
Fix it.
sell it to
You
somebody.
fix it.
Would it be worth it at that point?
Yeah,
Okay.
probably. Rick Harrison knows how to fix stuff.
Okay.
So it was Big Hoss. Big Hoss chokeholded the guy, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
He put him in the chokehold and
Right.
carried him to the door.
I think he was just living up to his name, Big Hoss.
Yeah, you don't mess with Big Hoss.
When you listen to Big Hoss, you're like, you think, what's the description on this guy? He's big.
Well, they're all
he's
fat.
bossy.
Every single
Yeah.
one of them is fat.
They're all fat?
Yes.
Yeah.
In fact, Rick Harrison tried to pitch the show to the rest of the members, including Old Man, because this was before he passed.
Yeah.
He tried to pitch the show for 4 years, but every single one of them was like, no one wants to watch a reality TV show about 4 fat guys.
Whoa.
How wrong they were.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
eating up these fat
Oh my
4
God.
guys.
Have they ever watched Mike and Molly? I mean, come
Yeah.
on.
I haven't seen that. I don't
You
even know
watch
what that
the
is.
Simpsons? I mean, there's one fat
That's
guy.
true.
There are a lot of fat people on the
Homer.
Simpsons.
Yeah.
Yes.
Omer.
So they were very wrong. But Corey,
Yes. Big Hoss.
Big Haas, big guy,
Yes.
he, on his birthday,
Oh.
Uh-oh.
they're very into motorcycles. On his birthday,
Naturally.
he's
Okay.
going to his own birthday party that somebody else is throwing for him, I guess. Gets in a car or
Big Haas.
a motorcycle accident, breaks I think his hand and his arm,
Yeah.
gets back on the motorcycle, goes to his birthday party for a little bit before going to the
He
hospital.
didn't break his leg.
Yeah. I can't imagine the willpower you need to ride a motorcycle with a broken arm and hand.
It's Big Hoss.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get that birthday cake.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
What happened at the birthday party?
I don't
Probably
know.
was it was wicked.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he was there for like an hour or so, and then he's like, "All right, I'm gonna go to the emergency room." Takes
You
his
have to make an
motorcycle there.
appearance.
You don't have to. If you break your arm and hand, I
No,
don't know.
I don't know. I threw a
No.
birthday party for you. Rick Harrison
Yeah.
probably rented out
A storage shed.
his shopping mall for him.
Yeah,
Ah.
and that doesn't come free to Rick Harrison.
Mm-mm.
Right.
Yeah, he has to shoo all those people out, the bustling
Shoo.
crowds. Hey, get out of here!
Shoo.
Big Hoss is having a birthday party.
And two people are like, okay.
He's like, "I'll give you a
Yeah.
free ticket to enter my pawn store." Where you can buy stuff like Chumlee flavored merch.
Flavored.
and lots of Hubba Bubba bubble gum. Yeah, so Big Haas also got in trouble for public urination. That's just like
Okay,
a side fact.
He shouldn't. No, that's. I'm saying it right here.
Yeah,
Should not be a crime.
I agree.
Oh, I don't think so.
Let-
The exact place he did it wasn't great.
Where did he do it?
Very middle of a bar. Like,
Okay, that does not. Let him.
Yeah.
So apparently he got very drunk. The fluids were coursing through him.
Yes.
Just drops trow in the middle of the bar and just starts letting it out.
Really?
Man.
Yeah. And then weeks later, he apologizes.
Huh.
Yeah.
So
It's good on him.
it's great for him to apologize. He said he wouldn't have done it, or he would have changed his actions had he been sober.
Well, yeah. I wouldn't. I hope he wouldn't just pee in the middle of a bar.
Actually, that's
sober.
what he's known for. That's like his
Oh,
big thing. Is just
okay.
he'll drop trow and pee anywhere.
So that's why he had to make it to the birthday party. Like, it was more of a show. Like, hey, come on over to Big Hoss's birthday party. He's gonna pee.
Yeah, like he had to make an appearance. Yeah.
He might pee right in front of us.
Yeah.
You never know with that guy.
Yeah.
The show, as you know, has experts on constantly, all the time.
Yeah, that's
Every
right.
single episode, probably every single deal has some kind of expert come in.
Mm-hmm.
And they come in to appraise the people's items or collections. But these experts are almost always introduced as one of the main cast's buddies. Like, I'm going to call in my buddy who knows a lot about
Yes.
this. Not
Buddy
buddies. They
Eric.
don't even know each other.
What?
In- So, like, the reoccurring guests and stuff, they'll become acquaintances and friends over time. You know, the more they're on the show, obviously, the more time they interact. But it's the producers that hire these experts to come in and look at the items.
Naturally.
Because they want to get them appraised beforehand before they make an appearance on the show.
And that is the darkest detail.
It is not. The darkest detail is the very last paragraph, and we have two more before that.
Oh
one.
my God.
And actually, also the experts, mostly all of them have some kind of background in TV performances or something along that line.
Are they actually experts?
They are.
Okay.
So
Okay.
all of them are actually experts. They do make mistakes occasionally, and the mistakes last like until the show goes live or even a while after. Like misrepresenting like what kind of edition a book is. Like someone said it was a first edition Dwight D. Eisenhower book, but it was actually like a second or a third.
And that's worth nothing.
Well, I don't even know about that, but it wasn't. Obviously wasn't worth nearly as much.
Yeah.
So she made a mistake, but she was very quick to, like, say or apologize for it or whatever. Some of them are not quite that easy, and some of them like break stuff or something by accident, like while they're on the show.
Oh God.
But yeah, most of them have some kind of background in TV or broadcast, just so that the producers will know that they're like TV friendly or
Yeah.
brand safe in any kind of way.
Like Chumlee.
Yes,
Yeah.
like lovable Chumlee.
Hubba Bubba Chumley.
That's
What's his
too-
first name again? Austin Hubba Bubba Chumley
Russell.
Yeah.
Hubba
Chumlee.
Bubba. Yes.
Many of the members of the show had really poorly filmed jokes that just fell on their face. I'm sorry, poorly timed.
Yes.
So, like, this is usually outside of the show, of course,
Mhm.
because they're not off the
Yeah.
script at this point. So the jokes that, contain just political opinions at the wrong time or references of something very off color, just to say the least, and this might be some kind of content warning or something. To say the least, one of the articles I looked at started off with, even though the sexual assault charges were dropped, you would think Chumlee would be very careful not to make off-color references to statutory rape.
No, Chumlee.
So
We look like bad people now. Why'd you reveal that at the end? Now we're all like, oh, I love Chumlee.
it's not even at the
Lovable Chumlee. And no, we look like terrible people.
end. I think he basically said something like, this was after he had sexual assault charges dropped.
Yeah.
There were allegations, and he was like, oh, they weren't true.
Oh, so they weren't.
I don't know if they were true or not, but they were dropped. The charges
Okay.
were. But he basically he made a joke, he like lifted up his shirt or something and said he was the next Jared from Subway or something. Just really off color. Like, you shouldn't be making that joke.
Because was that before or after Jared was like revealed as a?
After.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well after.
Okay.
He's going on a weight loss journey.
He's just like really excited about Subway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the next Jared from Subway.
God.
Yeah, just really off color stuff. Rick Harrison has said some stuff like that. He's a very interesting
I'm
fellow.
sure. Yeah.
And then this is the last paragraph before we get into the darkest detail.
Oh.
One of the gold coin collections that the shop purchased was going through their standard procedure. They would go through the whole collection and flip any coins worth preserving, and then they would melt down the rest into a bar of gold that can be sold on its own. However, a few weeks after they had finished going through that very collection, it was brought to their attention that the collection had been stolen before it was sold to them.
No biggie.
When the original owner tried to reach out and recover the stolen collection, Harrison had to tell him that the collection had already been split up and melted down. This had sparked controversy and has included a big fat $5 million lawsuit.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Wait, so they buy the gold coin collection and then they melt it down, so they just want the gold, not like the coins
So
aren't valuable?
The ones that like are worth more than just the weight of gold, they'll sell individually.
Yeah.
They'll go through and appraise each individual coin on its own. But the ones that aren't going to be worth very much and would be worth more just melting them down, they'll melt those down.
They melt those down and then sell them to the Gold Rush people also on History
Yeah.
Channel.
And then they use those, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But apparently I don't remember the dude's name who owned the collection, but his niece, I believe, stole the collection and went just around a ton of pawn stores in Las Vegas just selling.
What are the odds that
Wow.
she sold them to Pawn Stars?
Well, if you're in Vegas, it's probably.
When in Vegas.
I don't think it was ever featured on the show either. I think it
Oh.
might have even been before they had a show.
Oh,
So that's,
Yeah.
wow.
it's crazy.
To that lady, I just gotta say, listen.
Tough luck. Get
he's-
over it.
He's fat. He just does stuff.
Who? Chumlee?
No,
Who are you talking about?
Rick.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
He's fat. He make a mistake. And it's
The
fine.
dude's collection, who it actually was, had it stolen.
Yeah,
by
it
his
was the niece stole it.
Yeah, the niece stole the collection from her uncle and then sold it. Okay.
Eh.
And he's like, I want my
C'est la
coins.
vie.
I want my coins back. And then Rick's like, I melted them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, no.
It's Rick.
Are you guys ready
Yeah.
for the darkest detail?
I've been ready.
yeah.
Probably. Let's just like really dark. Then it'll be like, what?
It's not like, I don't know. It's a lot easier to hear than the other Chumlee thing,
Yeah.
but it's
gonna be like
serious.
So let's put it in context. It's like, have you seen those videos on YouTube where it's like the dark truth about this person, like
Yes.
by Grunge or some
Right.
dumb stupid corporate YouTube channel?
Sure.
This is like the bulk of it, like the dark truth about Pawn Stars.
Yeah, like
this thing.
anything that's like the hidden or like the darkest
Yeah.
thing that
What they
happened
didn't
about them.
tell you
Yeah,
about Pawn
exactly.
Stars.
Anything like that, this is what they're gonna bring up.
Oh my God.
Hold on. Before we start, is it about Chumlee?
I have to tell you that it is.
No.
His
No.
his name isn't Chumlee.
That's the darkest.
Top 10 things you didn't know.
This
about
is
Pawn
the
Stars.
big one.
God.
Back in 2016, Austin Chumley Russell pleaded guilty to possession of meth and possession of a firearm or firearms by an unauthorized person.
No.
Which, of course, meaning that Chumley had committed certain previous crimes that excludes him from being able to own a firearm.
Yes.
Okay.
So he had like 8 guns. Some of them weren't registered.
Yeah.
It's alleged that he's a drug dealer.
He
Okay.
still is.
It's yeah, because he's on probation. I
Even
think.
now,
Perhaps.
like he owns a candy shop.
Yeah, but that's
that's
just
like-
the front, baby.
Yeah, that's an upgrade though.
What's in those candy rocks, Connor?
Probably I don't know, sugar, water.
And I've
Meth.
got the absolute
No.
that's the darkest detail. But here's the funniest detail about all
Yes.
Okay.
that.
funny,
I've got a
yes.
real zinger for
Top
you.
10 things you didn't know about Pawn Stars, but probably
The-
want to know because you like Pawn Stars and are a fan of it. Here's
Mm-hmm.
a funny anecdote.
The police raided Chumley's house
No.
essentially
Woo!
to find those firearms and like
Yes.
8 different kinds of drugs that he got
Jesus
possession
Christ.
charges for. Do you want to guess what the name of the room, or what Chumlee calls the name of the room that they found the firearms and the drugs in?
The dungeon.
It's called the Chum-Chum room. He calls it the Chum-Chum room. And in the center of it features a stripper pole.
For him.
Whoa.
Right? He uses it.
He's like, all right, hubba bubba, I'm going to the Chum-Chum room.
God.
So that's all I've got.
I know that's the dark detail, but like I kind of like Chumley more now.
How?
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know.
warmed up to him.
Not like with the meth.
He just kind of seems like
Oh,
a
he's
gangster.
he's a meth dealer.
He's a rough around the edges guy. He's Chumlee.
He
He
had,
does
like-
meth, you know?
And had like Xanny bars or something.
Right.
He had, there's a ton of different kinds of drugs in there.
in the Chum-Chum room.
Right.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I couldn't
No.
believe my eyes when I read that.
No, is the Chum-Chum room, like, that's where he just holds his drugs? Or was that, like, a front? Like, the Chum-Chum room is where he plays Xbox.
I think the Chum-Chum room was like, like deep in the recesses of his house. And that's
How
like
big is
where-
his house?
I
How
don't
much
know.
are these people worth?
I think Chumlee was worth like $5 million or
Oh,
something.
my God.
Was.
Yeah, well, I don't know anymore. Yeah, they're very, they're wealthy.
Yeah, wow.
I think Chumlee's just like a rock star that hasn't had a hit song yet. You know what I mean?
He's too fat.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Like he lives the life of a rock star, but he just doesn't have any songs. He's got a stripper pole in his Chum-Chum room.
Who
He's got
doesn't?
meth.
Who doesn't have a Chum-Chum room? With
Exactly.
A stripper pole?
One of
Every rock star has a Chum-Chum room.
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
of those videos, like the corporate YouTube channel videos or whatever that I
Yeah.
was watching to try to like understand some of the stuff that was going on, was just like berating Chumlee the entire time. It was like why Rick Harrison wants to fire Chumlee or something. It's like because Chumlee, it was like in the very like professional, like I'm reading
Yes.
facts. It's like because Chumlee was so stupid and dumb, Rick Harrison wants to fire him. Obviously, his lack of intelligence just shows that he's not fit. He's not cut out for being a Pawn Star. It was like just constantly berating the guy.
They call him fat too.
Oh yeah,
Well, that's a
Wow.
fact, though. That all that stuff.
yeah. Well, I don't know. Is that what makes him so lovable?
Yeah.
The fact that he's
I-
a big stupid idiot.
I think if his name was just Anthony Russell, I hate him. I hate
Yeah.
his guts. He's dead to me. But Chumlee, in the Chum-Chum room.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I like Chumlee.
Chumlee, the big what is it? It was named after a whale.
He was named after a walrus
Yeah.
on Tennessee Tuxedo.
Walrus. Gotcha. I knew it was some aquatic animal.
Yeah.
You said.
I think he's actually a better business person than Rick Harrison because it's all about branding.
Oh, yeah.
You think like, oh, I'm Chumlee. Like, oh, I'm Anthony Russell. You want to go back to my room with a stripper pole? No, I'm Chumlee. Let's go to the Chum-Chum room.
Yes.
I'm going.
That's 10 times more
Yes.
inviting.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Anytime, any day, I'm there, baby.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're right. It is all about branding.
Mhm.
The Chum-Chum room is a fantasy land for me. It's like Disney World.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Chum-Chum room.
Not the meth room with the stripper pole.
Yeah. You can describe things a ton of different ways. Like, oh, I have this room. It's full of meth and a stripper pole and 8 unregistered weapons and 8 types of drugs. Or you could say, let's go to the Chum-Chum room, baby.
Mhm.
It's all about how you brand it.
And
Yeah.
I'm visualizing it as just like it's just a big room. For some reason, it's like red velvet all around.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, red
Yes.
velvet on the floor, the walls, and the ceiling. completely empty from there. It's like I don't know how big, like how the size of this room.
Right.
Oh,
Like,
I think of it
bigger.
like a cathedral.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
huge.
it's just a square room.
Okay.
Yes.
And completely empty except for the stripper pole right in the middle. And then there's just like a pile of loose meth,
Yes.
and then 8 unregistered firearms.
And on the wall, there's a golden framed portrait.
There's nothing on the wall.
No,
It
no,
is
nothing
the
but
wall.
this.
Not in
There's
not in my version of the Chum-Chum room.
You see how there's a gold frame around the parrot? I imagine just a very like detailed picture of Chumlee right there
That-
in the middle of the Chum-Chum room.
Maybe.
that could be.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to have the Chum-Chum room. Like, it has to be named that for a reason.
Right.
I imagine like on the door on the outside, it's got like in an office building, it'll have like room 108, like kitchen. It's just like room 5 Chum-Chum room.
Fire escape information next to it.
Wow.
The stripper pole turns into a fire pole.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
nice.
Wow. You gotta love Chumlee.
You think you know a guy,
Right.
And then you
Yeah.
then you do know him, and you
then
love,
you love
him
him
just
more.
a little bit more.
Amen.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Really, just a testament to Chumlee's likability.
Right.
I can't. I didn't expect to like find anything because I watched. So the reason I thought about doing this episode.
You're just like Rick Harrison. Like I was working at a pawn shop and I didn't expect to find anything.
You never-
But then they walked through that door and then boom,
whole scene
commercial
Yeah,
break.
You never know what you're gonna find. But like the reason I wanted to do this episode was because I saw a few weird interactions between customers and Rick Harrison, I think, on like Facebook or something, because they're big about representing and promoting
Naturally.
Pawn Stars for some reason. So I was like, I think I heard about Chumlee being arrested like a few years ago or something. So we should do an episode on that.
Yeah. You know how like people root for Walter in Breaking Bad?
Everybody.
Yeah, everybody
Yeah.
roots for
Yeah.
him. He's the main character. I root for Chumlee in the same vein.
Yeah.
Because he has meth.
Yeah, because he is meth.
Yeah.
So I thought you were gonna say cancer.
No, that's the. I mean, if you think about it, the two people that you like in this world,
Mhm.
Walter White and Chumlee, both meth people. If you have
Both
meth,
a little chubby.
I think meth makes Walter's not chubby.
He's got a little bit of chub flub to him.
Not really.
I don't know.
Okay, but anyways,
Okay.
meth is what makes you more likable people.
You know,
Yes.
it's like when you have like a really close friend. Not that we do.
Right.
But like you're like, oh, my dad would love your dad. Like, oh, our dads should meet or something. Like, oh,
Right.
It's like I want Chumlee and Bryan Cranston to meet. I think that
Yes.
they would be
Yeah.
two peas in a pod.
Is Chumlee bald?
No.
No, he had like some wicked hair. I didn't show you
Really?
that picture, but he has like a mullet almost.
Whoa.
Yeah, his hair's changed. It used to just be long, I think. And
Yeah.
Now it's like, now he's weird.
Huh.
He's weird in the most lovable way.
Wow.
Yeah, the meth way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should all buy Chumlee merch.
Yeah.
Probably.
Next pod.
Meth is expensive,
Right.
so
I'm thinking shirts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
no, no.
We
Yeah.
buy them to support his meth.
Oh,
Yes.
I thought you were saying like
Yeah, no,
Chumlee themed merch or meth. Themed meth.
Yeah, there are 3 ways to take that. Either that one, what I said, or meth is expensive. I'd rather have a Chumlee shirt. It's about the same thing.
Right.
I get the same neuro response from a Chumlee shirt and methamphetamine.
There's a lot of podcasts that are anti-drug. I think we should be the first one that is pro-meth.
The first one that's pro meth,
I
where
think
none of its members have ever tried
Yeah, I
meth.
feel like Joe Rogan
Yes.
probably pro meth.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
That's
yeah.
true.
DMT, meth, anything goes there.
venison.
Elk meat.
Shoot it
Yeah.
straight up the veins.
Exactly. I think he only eats meat.
And
That's that
meth.
dude's diet. He eats elk meat and
No,
meth.
That's
I don't
messed
think he
up.
does meth.
No, he does not do meth.
He's
No.
too fat to do meth.
Yeah, I don't.
Who, Rogan?
Yeah.
Rogan's fat?
Well, he's not fat, but like
Beefy.
meth makes you skinny.
Yeah. True.
Also, why
Maybe that's
Chumlee
why
probably
Chumlee was
does
doing it.
He just
Yeah.
pedals it. He
Yeah,
doesn't.
yeah.
You don't
Wait.
sip from your own water supply.
Mm-mm.
Wait. I think we
Except-
got Chumlee read all wrong.
Except, sorry, you don't sip from your own water supply unless it's the candy store that he owns.
Yes.
It's just for him.
Yes. Very good.
Business closed. Chumlee only.
I think we have. You pointed out something great there.
Yeah.
Meth makes you lose weight.
Mhm.
I think when he said, "I'm gonna be the next Jared," he meant the weight loss, and his way of getting there was doing meth. and we're misunderstanding him completely.
I see some great futures for like Neutrogena or
Yes.
What's the counting
Weight
number?
Watchers?
Weight Watchers. They're just
Yeah.
gonna start shipping you meth.
Yes.
Yeah,
yeah.
honestly.
Work better than their current program.
All right.
Give you a
Instead
good
of counting
high.
calories, you count grams. You know, it's perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, wow.
All right.
We gotta invent that if they're
Look
not
at
going
us.
to.
I think each day we fall in love with another weirdo.
With
And
another
like last week.
with another fat guy.
Yeah, another fat dude who.
I want our
Yeah.
dads to meet. I want Muhammad Wali Rajab.
Rajab.
Muhammad
Wali.
Rajab Wali.
Yes.
I want him and I want Chumlee to meet.
Oh
Can
man.
you imagine?
What happens when an immovable object meets an unstoppable force?
Whoa.
Wow.
Wow. We got to do that.
Let's set that up.
Yeah.
I'll get Chumlee on the horn.
I got
We probably couldn't though. We could get Muhammad. It's fun. We still need to call him at some point.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's all I
yeah.
got.
Any last words? I'm gonna kill you now.
Chummy, save me. No last
Yeah.
words from me. Closing
Yeah.
thoughts.
I guess watch Pawn Stars.
Watch Pawn Stars.
Something that Rick said that pimps are his favorite customers.
Yeah.
Like big hat, floppy hat wearing
Oh
pimps.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they're
So they
just
got rings.
right.
Talking about Chumlee.
Yeah. Well, they'll buy any jewelry because it's not about the jewelry. It's about like having their money not as money.
Oh yeah. I get.
So
Yeah.
They'll just come in and buy stuff. And he's like, I love selling the pimps. I think it was like an
Yeah.
offhand like joke
I don't
on
think,
an NPR.
No, I think that's
thing.
for real.
Could be.
Yeah.
It might have been like the thing I said where it's like he wasn't joking, but then he's like, oh, people took that the wrong way, so I'll say I was
Oh,
joking.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I get that.
Schrodinger's.
Yeah.
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 Sure.
Yeah.
All right. So thanks for listening to this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd listen to the whole thing.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
No way.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Check out our Instagram at 2% Pod. From there, you can find all our other links.
Yes.
Yeah. If you're
Or
watching
link
this
to
on
YouTube.
if you're watching it on YouTube, listen to it on Spotify.
Please.
If you're listening to it on Spotify, leave.
No,
come
watch it on YouTube.
Create the site.
Come on.
Oh, okay.
God, man.
sorry.
All right. So we're gonna end it with the Wally PUK 24/7 every day.
Thank you.
Thanks.